Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And here we are at the first of the year, the first month of the year, and it's about that time that all these public companies start releasing financial statements. Thanks to one company, we get a small glimpse into what's happening at Arcade1up, and it just might surprise you. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, as I mentioned, one of Arcade1up's big partners just released a press release this morning touting their Q4 financials. Here we have a summarized announcement. It says Alliance Entertainment's Kokum Gaming Division exceeds Q4 sales forecast for Arcade1up products. So all they're saying by this announcement is, hey, we moved more inventory than what we thought we were going to move in Q4. 2023 year-end inventory stood at 17.4 million. There was also more than 20 million of new arcade inventory purchased in 2023 to support the holiday sales, and our strategy and focus this year is on profitable sales growth with our growing arcade customer base. Success during the holiday season can attribute to aggressive sales and advertising campaigns working hand in hand with Arcade1up to drive consumers to our retail partners and our alignment with key e-commerce retailers, including Amazon, Best Buy, Kohl's, Target, Walmart, Wayfair, QVC, HSN, Dell, and more. These core titles are expected to show sales growth of more than 60% in 2024. Alliance Entertainment Holding Corporation, a distributor and wholesaler of the world's largest stock in selection music, movies, video games, electronics, arcades, toys, and collectibles, today announced its Kokum Gaming Division reported sales of the popular Arcade1up home arcade machines that exceed initial forecasts in the calendar fourth quarter of 2023. Sales of Arcade1up products performed well and exceeded expectations during 2023 holiday season, said Ken Glazer, Alliance Entertainment's Senior VP of Sales. Throughout 2023, the team worked hard to right-size our arcade inventory levels, which began 2023 at $54.3 million. When you start 2023 with that $54.3 million in product, you can see why Arcade1up as a company may have been in a bit of panic mode. Kokum is sitting on 54 million of existing inventory, and so they're deeply concerned about their ability to move product.
I want my money back. Give me my fucking money back.
When we go into 2023, now Alliance Entertainment Holdings is telling Arcade1up, hey, we're sitting on way too many of these things and we need to move them. And so what happens, right? So they go through 2023 and they end it with 17.4 million, which is a huge reduction in inventory. They also order an additional 20 million in new arcade product inventory throughout the year. One of the things that is nice about this is we do get a glimpse into what is likely Arcade1up's revenue stream, right? Arcade1up is not selling direct to consumer, and they are working with Kokum. So you can pretty much estimate that Arcade1up had about $20 million in 2023 in revenue. That's a sizable amount of money, but without knowing Arcade1up's cost of goods sold, we don't know if they're actually even making money on that 20 million. So as we go through the holiday sales, it says the strategy this year was for them to focus this year on profitable sales growth with our growing arcade customer base. Success during the holiday season can be attributed to aggressive sales and advertising campaigns working hand in hand with Arcade1up to drive consumers to our retail partners and align with e-commerce retailers, including, and then we listed those earlier. The way they were able to discount that inventory was through aggressive price reductions. On one hand, it's positive that Kokum was able to reduce their Arcade1up inventory because it shows that there's a market, that there's a hunger for Arcade1up products. They do sell if priced at a reasonable value. Here's the catch, right? They were sold at discounted rates. not just the sales we saw during the holidays where you would see cabs that were discounted, 20, 25%, some as much as 33%, but we also saw a huge amount of inventory show up through the second half of 2023 at discount retailers like Ollie's that were getting massive amounts of cabinets like Blitz and the Atari pub table or the Pong pub tables. And these weren't being sold at 20, 30% off. They're being sold at 50 to 75% off at retail. What are the ramifications of this? Well, one, first, they're setting the framework for when they do release new cabs in 2024, whether they're re-releases with different skins, whatever. They've set the precedent that you shouldn't be paying full price. And so while Kokum was able to discount these things heavily and move a ton of them, they may be priced so low that Arcade1up can't make money at that rate. The heavy discounting creates an environment in consumers that can change perceptions, right? It gives the perception the company is in decline. It gives it reduces our perception of value. Suddenly they're like, well, why would I pay $500 when I know in 2 months it's going to be $299? That perceived reduction in value just further hurts the company's long-term outlook. And so, yes, it's positive. Kokum reduced inventory. They were able to turn over a lot of inventory. They were able to recapture a lot of cash. But Arcade1up's brand and Arcade1up's value was likely hurt throughout that process. And you can see it in the community with so many people declaring it dead. We still don't have any information about their debt. We still haven't heard any real official discussions about who's going to take over as CEO. We still have a couple interim CEOs running the company. They're completely silent. We continue to see missteps in the social media market, whether that is these corny videos from Cyrus, which, by the way, all the recent ones have been solely focused on the Infinity game table, which is interesting. Again, showing that seems to be their flagship product, which does not bode well for home arcade enthusiasts. And then you have like an apparent, what could be or could not be an apparent promotional agreement with Kanye West. Just ridiculous stuff, right? So is Arcade1up dead? No, probably not. Is it in trouble? It seems to be. It definitely seems like their future outlook is not super positive, depending on what you want to get out of this company. I don't think they're in danger of just going out of business, but if their debt obligation is true, what they are in danger of is their investors taking control of the company, which they seemingly did with the ouster of Scott and John D. But is the dump in inventory to capture cash enough? I guess we'll see. I mean, that's the great thing about the future. We all get to find out together. So that's it for me. And until next time, have fun.